Are you a business owner or employee who needs to network but is terrified of walking into a room full of people you don't know? Are you afraid of being left out of conversations or being awkward in the conversations you do have? Your tour guide, Faithann, is here to walk alongside you through the networking terrain, offering tips and tricks to network with ease. She'll also bring insightful interviews with successful business owners who have used networking to expand their businesses. Building relationships is the heart of networking, and generosity is the cruise ship that will navigate you toward those important relationships for your business or career. Grab your sunscreen and suitcase. Faithann is ready. Are you?
Hello there, and welcome to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast. I'm glad you found the show. Networking is providing opportunities for others that they would not have except for you, so that you have standing to ask for opportunities from people when you need them. How do we create opportunities for others, and how do we ask for those same opportunities? Well, that's what this podcast is all about. It's what I'm here for. Let's dive into episode 43. Welcome, listeners, to another episode of the Networkers Tour Guide podcast. I am so excited that you're here, and I'm excited to talk to a fellow BNI member. BNI stands for Business Network International. I am welcoming Dirk Houglum with D&P Home Inspection. Dirk, thank you for coming on to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast.
Oh, it's awesome to be here. I've listened to you, and I'm really thrilled to actually be part of BNI. And I love networking. I love building relationships, and that's something that I see in this podcast here. And I hope the listeners are getting the same vibe as I am.
Well, thank you very much. I do get some great feedback on episodes. I love it when I'm at a networking meeting and somebody will come up and say, "Yeah, I just listened to your latest episode." It's so much fun. And what is also fun is how you found me. So you're in Florida, in the central part of Florida, and we were just talking, and you said you listened to all of Dr. Ivan Meisner's podcasts. Dr. Ivan Meisner founded BNI, and then you said you went through Tim Roberts, who is another BNI franchise owner. You listened to his podcast, and so you ran out of podcasts and you found mine. I'm so honored.
I wish it would have popped up sooner, to tell you the truth. My old pastor used to say, if you're not growing, you're dying. Garbage in, garbage out. So I'm always trying to feed my mind with good, positive things, especially being a business owner and helping other business owners across the country. I really want to see that next level for everybody.
Right. We all want to win. And BNI is one of the ways in which I think not only the referrals, but just the growth, business development. BNI plays a huge part because they're forcing you to stand up and tell us who you're looking for. And you only have a minute. Do you have a minute at your chapter?
We actually have 45 seconds. We added an extra presentation. So we got 2 presentations, and then instead of having the full minute, we do 2 feature presentations. It seems to be working really well.
Right. And that short amount of time, even 45 seconds or a minute, keeps you from rambling. Or if you're going to do it well, it keeps you from rambling. So it forces you to think, who am I really looking for? Because it can't be anyone. It has to be somebody specific, because you can ask for anybody. So why not ask for who you want? Back to how you found me, you reached out and said, I'm also in BNI, and I would love to see if there might be some way we can connect with each other through both of our podcasts. And I said, absolutely. And before we get into what you do, I just wanted to emphasize this is a perfect example of BNI's global network, because we're able to search in the app members from all over the world. That's unique to BNI. And I think once you search and you see, because we can create profiles, and then you look at the member's profile and you start to get to know them even before you reach out.
Oh, totally agree. That's how I found you. I'm like, Faithann. Well, how many Faithanns are there in the? There, you showed up, just FYI. I'm like, that has to be her. And I did a little background check. I'm like, okay, she's right. Window cleaner. Okay, yep, that's her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's what's beauty about BNI. I can go to China and find people that are part of BNI that have been vested and really gotten that networking strategy that we're all, together in this. And that's what networking is. We go elbow to elbow with each other. Let's build each other up. Let's try to, cross chapters and help each other and do these one-to-ones, because it's so important, not just for us, but for that other person to feel more comfortable. I love standing in front of people. I can do it, 10,000 people, I'm fine. I'll be like, hey, everybody's my friend. I pretend.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot more comfortable, partly for BNI, just, standing in front of people. And if you know what you're going to say, it's so much easier than trying to compose and perform, so to speak, on the same minute that you have. If you already know what you're going to say, at least then you don't have to compose something while you're trying to be very clear and charismatic and memorable. So it's helpful to already know. I wanted to let you have an opportunity to tell the listeners what you do in Florida and what your seat is in your BNI chapter.
Okay, so I'm a home inspector. I'm a certified master inspector, which is a little bit different than being just a regular home inspector. Being a certified master means I've done 1,000 home inspections. I've been in the business for more than 3 years, and then I have to continue education. The other thing that I do is I actually mentor and train other home inspectors across the whole country. I have 17 that I'm mentoring at the moment, just teaching them a little bit about the trades, because it's so important to understand that we need to bring up this next generation. We're stuck in a rut right now where we can't find good quality people because they haven't been trained properly when they're younger. So that's my idea, is to let's just keep going. Let's try to build that next generation up. Let's try to help everybody out. I'm not about myself. Matter of fact, when people call me, I say, have you checked out 3, if not 4 other home inspectors? Why do I do that? Because I just told them I'm a professional.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to tell people that I'm the best with saying, hey, by the way, I'm the best out there. Something, you might find somebody that's better than me. Good for you. I'm happy for you. I'll even help you find the right person if I'm not the right person. That's what I love to do. So part of that mentorship is being a mentor in BNI. So I'm the mentor coordinator in BNI. And in BNI, what I do is I actually take and mentor them up to when they get their MSP done, their member success program. I have online a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff. You can check that out. We can talk about that later. And one of the videos I do is the passport to success. So that way they can just go online and go through it. And I kind of explain what we do and how we do it. Then the next step is to take vetted BNI person and put them with the new members. So now they got accountability partners. And so that's the next step that I did with being a mentor coordinator. And I love the job. And now we're going to be changing roles. And my next role, I'm hoping it'll be being a visitor host again, because I really love, hey, come on in.
Right.
Because I got all this energy. I don't even drink coffee. Can you imagine that?
Well, a couple of things about this mentor coordinator. First, I'm also the mentor coordinator and Passport to Success. And this is one of the reasons why BNI, I think, is just a deeper level of networking. They think about networking from all sides continuously. So the mentor coordinator's job is to help the new member complete Passport to Success. And what Passport to Success is a series of specific one-to-ones that they have with members of the chapter, and each one of those one-to-ones is specifically designed to help them navigate their membership. So one might be about setting up their profile in our app, and another one might be the importance of attendance, and the other one might be meeting do's and don'ts, like best practices. And so by the time the member finishes these 10, in our region, it's 10 prescribed one-to-ones, they really have felt like they can do this whole BNI thing, and they're not just left to the wolves to flounder about, mixing my metaphors. They have some success, and then the mentor coordinator is a very important job, that the member feels like the mentor coordinator is someone they can reach out to as they're like, oh gosh, I need to invite a visitor. I don't know how to do that. So the mentor coordinator is the one they would reach out to. One of the most common questions that people reach out to me for in this role, and you can tell me, Dirk, if this happens to you, is they say, this just happened. Does that count as a referral? Do you get that question?
I get that quite a bit. A lot of times what I'll tell them, there's a difference between having a referral and being a lead. A lead is, I handed you a business card, basically. That's it. A referral is really getting that personal connection between those two people and really bonding them together. Okay, so like I had somebody booked a home inspection with me in Georgia. Well, I'm not going to drive 7 hours for a home inspection.
Right.
Uh, I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not going to do it because it's just too much fun. Now, my wife might say, yeah, he's going to do it because of the money, but that's a different story altogether. Anyways, and so she goes, "Well, you showed up on Facebook," and I said, "Well, let me see if I can find a home inspector for you." So I got on the phone and I called a couple of home inspectors, and I found one that meets my criteria. And so I connected them together. I talked to him, I talked to her, got them emailed together. I also text them together. That way, that is a referral. It's not a here, have fun, bye. A referral is getting those two people connected to that point where, and I do that quite a bit around here because I get overbooked and I tend to overflow into somebody else's home inspection and vice versa. And that's how networking comes into contact because now I don't have to just get leads from my chapter. Other chapters are actually helping me get leads or referrals from them. And that's why it's so important to have those referrals versus just the lead.
Right. Because a referral is between three people.
Hmm.
So sometimes I won't count the referral until I know for sure that the person that I am recommending has connected with the person that I have influence over, that I'm saying, hey, use Bob. But I don't count it until I know for sure. And so it does require this follow up. It requires reaching out to both sides within 2-3 days, maybe a week later, maybe a week later. And it's, hey, have you had a chance to connect with so and so yet? Oh, not yet. Well, it doesn't count until there's an opportunity available. And the only way that our chapter members can have the opportunity available is if our referral actually lets them talk to them, either through messenger or a text or an email or a call. That's such a vital, important part of it. And that is something that new members often don't understand because they think referral, they think lead. They don't know the difference.
And sometimes it does get confusing.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. And like on Facebook, a lot of times you'll go to these word of mouth Facebook and they'll say, I need a roofer. Well, I got a couple of really good roofers that I tell people about. So I'll put it in the chat, but I'll also message that person too. And then again, if I follow up, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If I follow up, but I say, make sure you mention my name for the best deal. That way they know, oh, this did come from Dirk. Okay, now I know where it is. I picked up 7 referrals in one area because of a roof was bad, and the guy said, "Hey, do you have a good roofer?" And I said, "I do. This is this guy." Well, that guy contacted those 6 other people,
Mm.
and so it was that whole neighborhood ended up getting all the. I don't know how much money they made from us. Matter of fact, we didn't even count it as a referral because only the one.
Mm.
Because it was beyond. But
Right.
it's, I mean, you're talking $100,000 easy for that company.
You make sure you get that thank you for closed business.
It is, and it's like that pat on your back. Yeah, you did a good job.
Uh-huh.
And then then he says, "Oh, by the way, I owe you a breakfast or something." Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
What surprises you most about people coming into your networking chapter brand new as you're mentoring them?
The biggest thing I see is they don't understand that it's work, net work. And I say there is a lot involved in networking. You have to build these relationships. They're not just going to drop everybody that they had. Ivan even talks about you got to have that visibility, credibility, then profitability. And I don't even know if that goes in the right order, but you have to have the VCP in order to get yourself established. I changed chapters because one was in Tim Roberts' area, which I really loved his area because he's very structured. And now I moved to Central Florida area, but it's a mile from my house, so I can actually walk to my BNI chapter now, which is awesome. So the first couple of things was, hey, check out my Facebook page. Check out, those were my asks. So I did that for an entire month. I just got up there and just kind of presented myself as a professional. Check out this, check out that, because I want to get my visibility out there first. Then that starts rolling into my credibility. Okay. Oh, he's done this, he's done that, he's done that. And that's where that networking really you have to do it in a specific order. And when you get these new members that come in or new people that come in, I try to explain to them that you have to work the system. You can't just jump in and say, okay, well, I haven't got any leads. Well, sometimes it takes 2 years before you actually get a good referral. That's okay. You're networking. I think average, like the last 6 months, I checked out my thing and it said I made $16,000 from BNI. So that is a good money generator. But I've also had to be there. Now, I think I'm in 3 years now with BNI. So I do have that visibility. I have that credibility, and the profitability is coming. Other words, would have to look at it through different eyes. But at the same time, it's really not about me getting the money. It's actually me giving my customers good people to work with. And I think a lot of people miss that. You're paying money for people so that you have people.
Right. That's a very good way to put it.
Hi, listeners. Do you struggle when it comes time to deliver your introduction or pitch at your networking meetings? Faithann has put together the 8 tips she uses to make her introduction stand out when she networks. And now you can use them too. Imagine walking into your next event with confidence, knowing exactly how to stand out so people actually remember you. These tips are designed to spark your creativity so you can bring more personality, energy, and originality into your introduction, helping you feel more confident and making it easier for people to connect with you. Grab your free copy of 8 Ways to Make Your Introduction Stand Out by clicking the link in the show notes and download it today.
Yeah, we will ask our customers for Window Cleaning Plus. We'll say, do you have any other projects coming up? And that question is specifically designed to discover if there could be a possible referral. And in fact, I did a whole education moment on that recently, is ask your clients, do you have any other projects that you're working on? Do you have any other projects coming up? What's next? Train your clients to see you as a resource, because they just think of you as one thing, but start training them to see you as a resource of other things that they may need. And I say it all the time, let me know if you need any other tradesmen, or let me know if you need any other contractors, because I have people I trust. So it's part of that work you're talking about. I could just not say that, but I say it all the time because I want to be the resource for my clients, because I want to give them good people.
Well, it's also that difference that when you start building these relationships, you start realizing that Mary Jo over here, actually, her kid is going through cancer treatments right now. I want to help that family as much as I possibly can. Jeff over there, I mean, he is a great guy. I want to make sure that he is, he's going to hit it. He's going to hit the ground running, but he's just starting up. And so I want to try to boost these people into that next level because I want to build these relationships. I try to do 5 one-to-ones every week. That's my goal. Every single week, I try to do 5 one-to-ones. I don't hit it every week, but I do pretty good. And I try to ask everybody, okay, what is it that you want from me this week? What can I be looking for? Train me on how to do this. There's this lady in our chapter, and she's a bookkeeper, and she's never really taught us how to get her business. And so I sat down with her and I said, "Hey, look, you need to do it like this." And she's like, "I never thought of that." She's been in BNI for 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's getting that next step, the next idea, and being honest with your fellow BNIers. I'm not getting what I need from you. What can I do to help you boost your clientele? Every report that I send out, I send them out a list of contractors I trust. And I tell them I'm not getting any kickbacks or anything like that. These are good people I met along the way. And if you tend to find them shady and stuff, please let me know because I'm just going to kick them off my list.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have a one-to-one with them. And that's worked out really good. I had to get rid of some people that weren't on that list. And unfortunately, they did leave BNI and stuff like that. But the idea is to really bring up everybody. I don't need every single referral. I would like to, but I don't need them all. And if I'm keeping my hand open, that means open relationships. If I keep my hands closed, it means closed relationships. And that's kind of how I run my business.
That's so well put. Talk a little bit about these other home inspectors that you mentor across the country.
That's actually really fun. I love seeing people succeed. If you can't tell that with the energy that I have, when you see someone succeed from nothing and then all of a sudden they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and it's awesome to see that. And it's like, man, I had a part to play in that. That is so great. But I've been through so many stupid things that's happened with home inspections. And so I got all this knowledge and know-how. Why am I not teaching these other people how to become better? So first off, I say, okay, are you with Internachi, Ashi, Fabi, whatever it is? And they'll say, okay, I'm certified in all three of them, so that's cool. I prefer Internachi personally because I really like how they're actually a education, schooling for home inspectors.
Okay.
So we get to teach other home inspectors, and then I'm part of the mentor-mentee relationship, and so they can get a hold of me through Internachi, and then I go through and I ask them certain questions. Okay, have you ever done home inspections? No. What did you do prior? Because if you're in the trades, you might actually know a lot more. So I got to put my brain, okay, I used to build houses, so I understand that kind of logic. But if you're coming from, I used to be I don't know, I used to mow lawns and I've never even really seen a house. Okay, so now we got to start at the bottom and I'll work my way up. So that might take, 4 or 5 shadows with me just to go through the house and understand the basic principles of the house. Because a house is a whole system and we can't be a jack of every single trade, but yet we have to be,
Right.
because you got to know HVAC, you have to know roofing, you have to know plumbing, you have to know electrical. So I try to educate myself all the time, and I'm always constantly learning new things, and it's so much fun. I think the world's a big playground, and why not invite more people to play with?
Right. Yeah. So do you ever put all of these people that you're mentoring on the same like Zoom call or anything?
I don't. I do one-to-one. Everything's one-to-one. I want it, I want that relationship building. I don't want it all. And I've even thought about even starting up my own school
Oh,
and
okay.
trying that out. So it's kind of on the back burner. My wife is, I don't know if she's 100% on board, but she's not on board.
Mm,
So it's like, but I love to teach people. And so what I do is have them come over if they can. I have them come to my house, and that way we can go through the roof. And I have certain things that have not done correctly, but it's not unsafe, but it's not done correctly. And so I go through and, okay, what do you see there? Okay, what do you see there? You've taken the 140 hours of training, you should know this and this. Well, I'm so scared. Well, okay, maybe we need to go through this again.
mm,
Let's teach about this. And I guarantee no matter what home inspector you got, he's going to miss or she's going to miss something. And that's
right.
just part of it. Uh, there's too many systems that are in a house that you can't get them all, but we can get a good amount of them. And that's what home inspectors are there for, to help you, and then to refer other people. Let's say you need a new roof. Guess what? I got a new roofer. Oh, you need electrical? Oh, I got an electrician that I trust. Oh, you need plumbing? Oh, I got a plumber that I need. Oh, you need a handyman? I got a handyman I can trust. Oh, you need insurance? Oh, I got a fabulous insurance agent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I work with him all the time. He's just great, blah, blah, blah. And we can continue that relationship, and I just sit there and like hammer, oh, I do this. And so it's just fun. And a realtor, I love our realtor. He's flipping awesome. And the one that was previous, we got a great relationship. She calls me whenever she's in trouble, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll walk her right through the whole process. This is what you want to do, blah 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 blah. And it's
That's so
fun.
wonderful that you still have those relationships. Even when people leave BNI, you still have the relationships. Well, this has been so much fun, Dirk. Thank you for reaching out to me, and thank you for your kind words. I always ask 2 questions as we wrap up our episodes. Dirk, what do you like to see when you network?
I really love to see open communication. I love when I can walk in a room and I see people like huddling around together, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to be part of that group. Let's go find someone that looks like they don't want to be there. So I try
Mm-hmm.
to go search them people out. And hey, I'm Dirk with DNP Home Inspections. Oh, what do you do for a living? Okay, tell me more.
Mm-hmm.
And those kind of questions, okay, I'm sitting over here. If you want to sit up there with me, you can. If not, that's okay too. I'm all right with that. I love networking. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of
And
fun.
I can't do it as much as I want to because obviously we get busy. And
Yeah.
I'm the sole inspector. I only do one home inspection a day, but I also have a family. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's the whole reason why I'm in this business is because I want to provide for my family. And I don't want them to think, oh, dad, that's all he did is work.
Mm-hmm. Spending time, that's a lot of reason why people go into business for themselves is because they want more flexibility in their schedules.
Mhm.
You mentioned, you go to the person who looks like they don't want to be there. I have one of my blog articles. It's like, if you're nervous, here's 5 quick things you can do. And one of them is go and find the person who looks as scared as you feel and go talk to that person, because that person is going to be happy that somebody came up to them and talked to them and they didn't have to make the first move. So similar to
Mhm.
what you were saying. What do you not like to see when you network?
The people that are selling to me, I don't really want to be sold to. If I want to be sold to, I'd go to Home Depot or whatever and go look at stuff that I need to be sold to. I didn't join networking to be sold to. I'm there to network, to understand your business, to get you better or bigger or whatever. So I get so many emails from other people across the world. I can brighten up your Facebook page, and I can do this, and I can do this for you, and this and this, and they're from BNI. It's like, dude, I don't want to be sold to. You want to do a one-to-one? Not really.
That's so dumb.
It
Wow.
is. It is dumb. I just hate it. It's like, oh, if you want a home inspector and you're in Central Florida, come talk to me. Maybe we're a good fit. Maybe we're not. I want to make sure that you're comfortable. I don't want to be feeling uncomfortable because, oh, I want to sell you my product. No, I don't want to sell you my product. I want you to come want my product.
Right. Yeah, we're there to help people understand the gap between what they currently have and what can be the result if they hire us. But it's just educating and maybe guiding them a little bit along a path of seeing the gap and then letting them decide if you have earned their business. And that doesn't happen when you send a cold email, especially like, don't presume on my BNI membership. Don't presume that just because you're in BNI and I'm in BNI, that now you have this right to sell to me. That's not what it's about.
It really bothers me. And so like when I'm mentoring to people and teaching them how to network, like when I go to home inspectors, for instance, I tell them you're the best. And they're like, "Well, what about you?" No, you need to have that attitude that you're the best first. And then when you're selling to your customers, teach them what you're doing. Don't just assume that, oh, you need a home inspection. Okay, we're good. Well,
Mm-hmm.
what about, I think you had a podcast where you called up the client and you're looking for a float or something, right?
Yeah, that was my demonstration about like not asking for anyone.
Right. I thought that was great. It's funny. I was mowing a lawn and I heard that one. I'm like kind of giggling to myself as I'm mowing. I'm like, oh, I better not run into that stop sign. Um, I should have been a comedian.
Oh, yeah. No, I think home inspection is much more reliable. Like, you don't want to be a starving comedian.
Right. Well, it's funny because like when I do home inspections, like I will try to, if the customers are, especially new homeowners, what I like to do is I will like to walk around the entire house and explain every little part of it. And a lot of home inspectors don't do that. It's like, okay, you're looking at your dishwasher. How often have you cleaned out the little trap there? People don't understand that. If you have a garbage disposal, do you put ice down there to grind it up? Those are the kind of things that really matter to people. It's not about me. It's about, okay, can I educate you? So I do the same thing with mentoring. Okay, how can I educate you to do the best job that you already know how to do?
Right. Yeah. So important. I'm so glad that you are out there in Florida helping people and networking and really making BNI work for you. And thank you so much for coming on this podcast. And listeners, if you're in Central Florida and you need a good home inspector, if you're about to buy or sell a home, or if your realtor needs a good home inspector recommendation, consider Dirk and consider the integrity that he's going to bring to the job. Thanks again.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You've been listening to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast with Faithann Basore. Share this episode with a friend and be sure to come back next week for more networking tips and tricks from the Networkers Tour Guide.